Hey y'all, I'm doing kind of a special video. My daughter-in-law has found herself an apartment, and she was talking about wanting plants, and I asked her if she wanted herbs. And of course, you know, she's this excellent cook, and so I kind of figured she'd say yes, which she did. So since I'm not sure how my herbs outside handled this freeze, I'm gonna start her a variety of herbs here in my seed tray, and put them under the light. So when the weather gets a little bit warmer, they'll be all set for her to take to her house. Somewhere in storage, I've got a bunch of smaller pots and stuff, like little 4 and 6 inch pots that I'll put these all potted up in later on just for her. So what I've got here for her is I've got Italian parsley. Now the picture on that is just regular parsley, but this is the Italian flatleaf parsley, just like what I had growing in my garden. I have some rosemary and some broadleaf sage. Some thyme. Some Greek oregano, some regular green basil. This is called Genovese, and I've got some lemon bee balm. It was some free seeds from Baker Creek, and they've grown beautifully for me outside, so we'll see if I can't grow her some. And then some dark opal basil, which is, you know, it's basil, but it's a slightly spicier basil, and it's very pretty. So let's get this started and see if I can't get some herbs grown for her. I'm going to put maybe 3 or 4 seeds in each one, just to make sure that they you know, that they germinate. Well, in the case of parsley, it looks like I'm going to put 5 or 6 or 7. So they're such tiny little seeds that, you know, it's not unusual for them to be kind of hard to see. Let's just go ahead and press them down in there. And I'm going to mark these as I go. Otherwise, I'll lose track, and poor woman won't know what she's getting. Okay, so next we'll put some rosemary in. Now I'm really just kind of pressing these down into the soil instead of trying to cover them up, because most of these are just very, very tiny seeds, and we don't want to get them too deep. This is the sage. Next is thyme. If I can get it open. I'm doing this inside. to my little RV, because although it did warm up today, it's not super duper warm out there anymore. I think it got up to, it's supposed to get into the 40s, maybe 45, 46. So I went out long enough to get some soil, and that's about all I did. Oregano is just super duper tiny. I'm not sure if you can see those seeds, but they're in the middle of my palm, but they're just really super tiny. But oregano is such an amazingly good herb to cook with, and you use it in just about everything. And this one is basil. Now for the basil, I'm going to go ahead and do a couple. The green basil, I'm going to do a couple of sales for it. Because I found that with my basil, I tended to use quite a bit more. Last year in the garden, I had it planted in about 4 or 5 different places. And I'll just mark these here so hopefully I'll remember that I put some in 2 of them. And this is the bee balm. Whoops, I don't think she wants that much bee balm. And then we'll get to the dark opal basil, which it's got to be one of my favorite basils. Not necessarily for using to cook with, but it's such a beautiful plant. Whoops. Put the wrong thing in the wrong place. That would not do good. Okay. Now, I think I also have like some catnip, but she didn't specifically ask for that. And, you know, if she wants some, then I'll grow her some after she gets a cat, because I don't really use it to cook with. I don't know if anybody uses it to cook with, but I didn't see any reason to grow any of it. Now, I've got 6 cells left. 2, 4, 6, yes. That I may just go ahead and put some flower seeds or something in, or go through and take a look and see what I might want to go ahead and try to get started for my own garden to finish this off. Now this soil is actually really moist right now because it's been outside in all the snow, and my tray bottom waters. Where I put it under the grow light, it actually has a tray that sits in that helps it bottom water. So I'm not going to water the tops of these. I will take this out from underneath it. It's got a little, I'm not sure if you can see it, the little clear top, and I'll put that over the top of it to keep the humidity up, and put it under the light and see if something will sprout up. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this, and I will keep you updated on how well things sprout and grow and transplant up and everything. Talk to you later.